Hi guys, welcome to Attendance App Vlog 2, where I share the design and development process of my app, which is an AI-powered attendance app that uses facial recognition to detect faces. If you haven't seen my last video, I've built kind of like a draft of the app. I've built the facial recognition features. I built a feature where you can add students to the database. So that was kind of a mock-up like of the um, main features of the app. Now I'm on the design phase. So I'm just designing the layout, the actual final product, all the colors, typography. So I finished the wireframes now, and I finished the like colors and typography, and now I'm gonna start doing design. But I just wanted to take you through what I've done so far. So I'm here on Figma, and a cool shortcut I actually learned is that if you're on a Windows, if you click Control backslash, you can hide the all these elements here. So just Control backslash. It's probably Command backslash on a Mac, but you can use that to hide the elements and just shows the canvas, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go. So I have my wireframes here. I might do a preview, but some of the buttons don't even work. So I'll just show you here. So I actually haven't thought of a good app name yet. The app name I was using before was Attendees, spelled like this. Uh, Spelled like that. But it's clearly not a really good name, not catchy. So I'm still thinking of an app name. If you guys can think of one, please tell me in the comments below. So yeah, this is a promotional page where I'm just going to show like 3 features. This will only be shown to the user once when they install the app. So they'll show this page, then swipe to this page, swipe to this page. Then you can go ahead and create an account or sign in with Google. I'm probably going to add more providers in the future, like Apple or something like that. But if they already have an account, they can click sign in. Let me zoom in. I think you can file, no view, zoom to selection. Okay. So yeah, this is the register page. If they already have an account, they can sign in, and this is the sign in page. Um, yeah. So then once you enter the app, if you installing it for the first time, obviously you won't have any classes here. But if you have some classes, here's the kind of scheme. And this is only a wireframe, it's not really the design. So it's only just basic boxes and shapes that I've done. I have created some icons. These are my icons, by the way. But yeah, it's just a basic wireframe. So if you open the app and you have some classes, here's all your classes. So for example, a teacher that teaches multiple classes might want to keep track of their attendance for all those classes, especially for like higher classes. For like in my school, attendance is pretty important in the higher classes. So those teachers might want to record the different classes. You can also add a new class, and here's a tab. So we're on the classes tab right now. Yeah. This new class button, it opens up a bottom sheet. I'll show the preview later, but for now I'll just show you the wireframes. All right, so if you click the students tab, it will take you to this page where you can see all your students. You can see that you have 3 options. You can edit the student information. You can email them, or you can SMS them. That is if they have provided their email and phone number. So if you click on a class, it'll take you to this page where you can see the attendance for that day. You can see that some students are present, some students are absent. Um, yeah, this is the attendance for that current day. If you want to see the past attendance, that's also possible. You just click this menu button and it will show this drop down where you can click view past attendance. If you click view past attendance, it will take you over to this page where you can see the past attendance of a particular class. You can see it in table form or graph form. I still have to work on this graph. It's not the best looking thing. Um, yeah, but it's a wireframe. I haven't completely designed yet, so let's go back. They have your students here. If you do click on one of these, it'll take you to this page where you can view all the information about the student, their email, if they provided one. their uh, phone number if they provide one, and any classes they're in. And I'm also going to show a little like UI element where it shows like their general attendance if they attend frequently, if they attend classes frequently. You can also add a student. So if you go to your class and so like if you click this button or you click the menu button and add a student, then it will take you to this page where you can sorry, this page where you can then add a new student and their information. So you can add their first name, last name, email, and primary contact. These two fields are optional. If the student doesn't want to give their information, or the parents don't consent, obviously they don't have to. Um, Image is probably also going to be optional because some students might not want to give their image for the sake of attendance. Um, I did discuss this with a few teachers online. They said that they wouldn't allow this, but I'm thinking they were probably just being negative. So we'll see what happens. You can also add a student to a class, any existing classes, and then you can click done. Um, yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't actually hide the panels, did I? I didn't end up doing that. That's crazy. All right. And then there's an account page. So like on the home page, yeah, there's a menu button here. When you open that menu, let's go to the components. So when you open that menu, it'll open this menu bar, and you can then click account, and that's that account page you saw earlier. Yeah, so these are all the components. I decided to use components, and throughout this process, like I'm mainly a developer, but I found designing to be pretty fun, and it's pretty close to coding, like like coding like front end apps. Like you're creating these designs, you're working with width, height, x, y coordinates, border radius. That's most of the stuff you kind of use in like when you're building React or Flutter, those kind of elements, or HTML and CSS. Yeah, so designing is not that far from coding. But yeah, these are all the components I'm using. Let's just walk through a quick preview. I'm going to open this and let's start with this page, and I'll click this play button right here. And let's go ahead and see the preview. All right, so on the feature page, we'll just click OK. All right, so here we can create an account. So I'll just say create an account. All right, so here we have our classes. Let's go ahead and click a new class. So let's say I want to add a new class to my list. I can go ahead and do that. Then this little bottom sheet will appear. Again, it looks pretty basic because it's just a wireframe. So I haven't done the colors yet and stuff. So then, okay, I'll do that. Then I'll click save, or okay, that doesn't work. I'll click the backdrop and I'll exit. Um, let's say I want to see all my students. So I'll click the students page. No, where is it? Okay, there we go. So yeah, here's all our students. We can edit the information, mail them or SMS them. Yeah, if we click on a student, we can see the information. So let's go back. I don't know if this button works. Yeah, it doesn't work. Let's go back. So if we want to view a particular class, we can also do that. English homeroom. Here we can see the attendance for the day. This take attendance button, it will be the facial recognition button. So if you click this button, it will take you to the page where you can then use facial recognition to take attendance. Yeah. So if we click this drop down here, we can edit the name of the class, which is I think a modal, which doesn't really look that pretty, but yeah. How do you go back? Okay, cool. So yeah, drop down. You can come on. There we go. View past attendance. That's that attendance page I was talking about. Probably should have put a link to that here, but yeah, it's not working. Download reports. I still have to implement that. So basically, you can download CSV or Excel reports on the attendance that you've done so far, and yeah, or I think I'll also implement PDFs, but we'll see. Then you can click add a student. So this you can't really see it, but it says it says from existing students, or you can add a new student. So if you click from existing students, it'll allow you to pick students from your existing database of students. if you click add new, you can add a completely new student. That's adding a new student to your class, and that student will also be added to your database. So yeah. All right, that's the drop down. Uh, Anything else? Yeah, I think that's all that works. New student, does that work? Yeah, that works. All right, so yeah, you can add a new student. Yeah. So that's a preview. That's the wireframe that I've done. Oh, in this page. So remember that take attendance button. If you go there, this is the basic wireframe for that. Here will be the camera feed, and it will detect the faces, and it will yeah, automatically mark them as present. So that's that. Um, yeah, pretty basic. Just some basic wireframes and designs. Let's move on to the colors. Yeah. So this is the stuff I've been working on quite recently. Now I'm not an expert in colors. This is kind of the first time I'm doing this kind of stuff because usually when I'm building apps, I don't focus too much on the colors. I just use the inbuilt colors, or I usually go for blue. But for this app, I really wanted to make it pretty high quality, and I wanted to really invest a lot of time in this app and make it the best I can. So um, yeah, so I designed some. Well, not design. I chose some colors. Uh, yeah, I just really like this color, so I just decided to use it. I really don't know what it is about this color, but I just like it. I actually found out it's called electric indigo. I think, yeah, electric indigo. So I use that color as my primary color, and then I use the neutrals. I got the neutrals from this primary color. So basically, you can take this primary color. So let's say I take this primary color, and if you go, let's see, if you go here to fill, and you go to, if you set it to HSB, so this is hue, saturation, and brightness. Saturation is kind of like the intensity, and then brightness is like how much light or how much dark and how much white or black is in the color. So if you decrease the saturation to like 10, you can see the little circle moved all the way here. You can also, if you want to make it darker, you can decrease the brightness. So let's say I make this 30. You can see that we got a grayish color, but it's not gray. You can see that there is a slight hint of blue. Maybe it's not that obvious. Maybe let me just increase the saturation a bit. 20. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of blue in there. So that's how I got these neutral grays. I just took the primer color and adjusted the saturation and brightness. Yeah, so that's the neutrals and primary. Here's secondary color. I just took the complement of this, honestly. So yeah, got an orange color, got the shades, the tints and the shades. Yeah, I learned a lot of like color design terminology while doing this. So tints are these ones, the lighter ones, where you add tints are when you add white to the pure pigment. So this is the pure pigment, and then tints is when you add white, and shades is when you add black. So there you go, tints and shades. All right, then I chose an accent color. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be using any of these colors in my design. I'm not an expert in using colors and designing. Just doing my best, but yeah, I just chose like a pinkish kind of color. I think I got this color from the Adobe color wheel. I just put this primary color inside, and I think I did split complementary, I think, and I got this color. Yeah. All right, so that's the colors. Oh yeah, we got like the basic semantic colors here: danger, success, warning, and info. Yeah, and then I just put all the colors here. Yeah, I found a trick. Like if you blur your eyes, like it should follow a pattern. Like it should look continuous. That's how you know you pick like the right saturation and brightness of these colors. Now, for this one, it looks pretty perfect because I use the same website to generate the tints and shades. Uh, this website, so that's why it looks pretty consistent. Some designers, I think, they manually adjust the saturation and brightness to get their tints and shades, which I don't see the point. I mean, you have tools here, so you might as well use it. Yeah, it's colors. I know it looks something like out of play school, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, then we got the typography or the fonts here. So the default Android font. So I'm on a PC, so obviously I'm going to be developing for Android first. And the default font for Android apps is Roboto. This isn't what the button looks like. It would usually be like this text, but like probably in capitals, of course. But it would probably be like some line width or something. Yeah, this is the default Android font. But I want to do something different because it kind of looks boring. So I tried Fira Sans. I tried Inter. Inter is the default Figma font. So that's the font that's over here in these wireframes. I also didn't want to use that because then I'd just be copying Figma, I guess. Yeah, so that's Inter, Public Sans, and Noto Sans. So yeah, I decided to go with Noto Sans in the end. Uh, yeah, I've just seen designers do this, so I decided why not? It looks kind of cool. So yeah, that's the fonts. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for the design so far. So that's just the wireframes and the colors. So basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a whole complete design of the app using these colors and typography. So it's basically this wireframes plus these colors into a complete design. That's what I'm going to spend this day doing. Yeah. If you guys have any questions or you guys have any comments on what I should do to improve the look of this app, then please do let me know. Um, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and check out my previous video if you don't know if you don't have context and you want to find out what this attendance app is really about. And I also think I made a video explaining the whole process of the app. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for watching.